Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The race starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Only 3 races remain in the Midwest Motorsports Road Series. Tonight we're at the Hockenheimring. Got a redesign in 2002, taking it from 4.8 miles to 2.8 miles. Tonight, 15 turns, maybe a less than popular track with some of these guys, so they may not be as familiar as some of the favorites. But we're in for a great night of racing. 24 cars, 12 GT3s in the Pro Division, 12 GT4s in the M Division lining up. Adam, let's have some fun tonight. What are we going to see with 3 races left?
Well, I don't think there's as much familiarity here as there are at a lot of other tracks that we go to. I think the field size says that, and then also the drivers themselves were saying that as they were struggling to find speed and figure out ways to be fast around this track. So this, I don't think, is a track that has a lot of familiarity. It's been a couple years since F1 has been there. So some of these guys might not be too familiar. Definitely young. We got a young crowd in some, sides of the field. So, I expect some people to be caught out potentially, but with a smaller field, they might be able to get some space so people can, run some clean air laps, and we'll see if people are able to gather back in.
Here we go. The GT3s are taking the way. Michael Odell and Justin Flagg share the front row with the GT3. Turn 1, so important to carry speed through here without getting off tracks. And it's a drag race down to turn number 2. A sharp right-hander, heavy braking zone. The GT4s are underway. Congrats to James Zingy for taking the pole. Back to the GT3s. We're still side by side. Finally, Michael Odell clears his way, and looks like Jason Wahlberg goes around on the first lap.
Oh no, Ron Kabiltes as well.
Oh no. Ron high up in the points for the M Division, currently 4th. Back to the GT3s, Michael Odell, Justin Flagg, and Jack Lucas, 1, 2, 3. Here we are into the final sector. Such rhythm it takes to come through here. Very difficult to pass, but important to carry speed. Onto the front straight one more time. No, that was turns 8, 9, and 10. Now we're headed towards the final sector. And here's where, again, single file through here, I believe. If you're going to stick your nose in here, it's going to be high risk. Past the drag track, there's a drag strip right here, driver's left. There it is. Great shot. Thanks, Adam. Around for lap number 1.
Yeah, from the Sud curve to the Nord curve. Let you figure out what that means. Lots of sausage for Michael Odell. Justin Flagg up inside. We noticed in practice, it looked like the curb was really catching a lot of people out in turn 1.
Very easy to do. Again, it's a compromise between carrying speed and not hitting the curb, or hitting the curb and maybe carrying a little more speed down into turn 2. Justin Flagg still going side by side with Michael Odell around the Parabolica into the hardest braking zone, the hairpin. Jack Lucas sticking his nose inside, letting Justin Flagg know he's there. Christopher Rowe battling it out with Jesse Coffey and Justin Thaler, 2 Dark Horse Mustangs back to back.
Wow, I bet Justin Thaler never thought he'd see this day. the back of another Mustang in Midwest Motorsports.
Jesse Coffey, no slouch, looking for a good run. The GT4 is also having a banger of a race. Rick Bundren, David Wortman, Taylor Montague, single file, still very close together. GT4s are going to have one pit stop, so good strategy play. Also, the sun is setting. Let's hope these guys have their bright lights on. No lights around the track. We'll see how the nighttime progresses. James Zinke, your pole sitter, looking back at Cody Height, applying pressure. Zach Alexander, your points leader, out front now, just less than a second. So these GT4s are going to be this close all race. We're in for a great night of racing.
The lights are on. It is sunset at the track. I think it's about 8:30 p.m. or so, or later at the world time. So lights are coming out very soon. Well, we've got a break in the action here. We'll take a look back at those lap 1, turn 1 incidents. Oh, just a lot of curb. Too much curb for Jason Wahlberg. I don't think anyone else touched him there.
Numatechi Freebie.
Yeah, it's just...
Cold tires. A little bit of sausage.
You can have too much sausage.
Decided to eat too much sausage.
Never gets old. All right. Looks like about the same thing for Ron.
Looks like a very hit reset for Ron.
Yeah, just a lot of curb, maybe a little touch on the outside there with Cody Height, but
glad to see he's back in the race. Looks like Christopher Rowe has taken over third spot. What happened to Justin Flagg? Like he's dropped 5 seconds back. No, 20 seconds back.
He went off track. Sorry, it's trying to pull. Is he not? And he might not be in his car right now. I don't know if we... Oh, there we go. Oh, went all the way out into the wall. It didn't register as a crash. Might have been low speed when he actually made contact, but
where is that? He might have had some contact. That's in the parabolica. Out of the...
Yeah, he definitely went in, nosed into the wall. It does look like the parabolica there. Yep.
Driver's right. Out of 4, so either a real bad snap or too much sausage. Again, these tire model warming up, maybe a little too much throttle. John Daniels under pressure from Steve Hansel. These two are frenemies. See if Steve Hansel can carry that Porsche up on the Ferraris. Tail coming into turn 2. Not yet. And 3.
So I believe right here is where Justin lost it.
To go driver's right, you have to really... That's an odd place to go. I'm sure Justin Flagg, we'll see. He's run through the field before. I would not put it past him. Try to catch back up. Remember what he did in Suzuka. Amazing run. Here's Steve Hansel applying pressure to John Daniels. The great section of the track, turn 11. Maybe a passing zone here. Now just follow and try to carry speed onto the front straightaway again. Camber in the corners is deceiving. The camber can really help you as long as you're on the racing line. Once again, the camber here will help you out.
Gravel everywhere. Not from when tanks in World War II damaged the track.
The 4.2 mile track went way in the forest of Hockenheim. It was 3/4 of a mile straightaway with the canes, 3 or 4 of them outlining the track. FIA was in conflict with some other circuits, including circuits of 2002 era popping up in Asia, and city of Hockenheim was in conflict with the track, so they decided to shorten the track. It's still a FIA grade 1 circuit. DTM races here. Lots of great racing tonight. The Midwest Motorsports cars are underway. So far, so good. Expecting GT3 pit stops within the next 2 or 3 laps.
Seeing lots of off tracks come through. Would not be surprised to see some drive-throughs.
I believe 15X is the number. They add up quick. Cody Height putting pressure on James Zingy. And he's got David Wortman, Rick Bundren, Troy Nissen, and Nicholas Aslan right behind him. So you take a chance losing some time here, trying to make a move. You could lose 3 spots pretty quickly. Wide. This is Cody Height's opportunity. James Zingy goes wide and turns, I believe that was 2.
That's the hairpin there that they're just coming through.
Yep, there it is. You're right.
Not able to make it count. Of course, he's got David Wortman on the inside, too.
What a battle. Yes, here comes David Wortman looking inside Cody Height. Side by side. Still side by side. Great job, Cody, leaving space. Now David Wortman crosses over. Not this time. Into the final sector we go. Great job with the cameras, Adam. This is awesome racing that we've seen all season long in the GT4s. Through the drag strip. One continuous right-hander. 15 and 16 back on the straight for one more lap. Look at this battle. Turn 1, split the sausage curve. James Zingy's got that figured out. We're about 4 seconds behind the leader, Zach Alexander, who once again is stretching his legs in the Porsche. David Wortman inside deep. Side by side with Cody. They are battling. Welcome to the Wart team, Cody Height. Drag race down into the hairpin. Who's going to be deeper on the brakes? Can David Wortman hold the inside line? Looks like they're still side by side. Cody Height doing a great job on the second lane around the hairpin. Moved David Wortman up to P3.
Great discipline for the GT4 guys. Just going through there too wide, that is a place that, I know for certain I've seen on, iRacing stewards or ACC stewards, incidents in that hairpin, who's at fault, am I the asshole? And to go too wide through there, pretty nice for these guys. So late in the season, they're getting more comfortable with each other.
Don't let the AM designation fool you. These guys really have a great time. It's been like this all season long. Glad to bring it to you tonight. 7-Eleven machine of David Wortman. Holding P3 for now.
Not only that, David and Cody, with all that back and forth, are both still 0 incident points. So great driving from them to keep it clean in battle. Oh, trouble for Jesse Coffey. That's at the final curve.
Get it pointed the right direction. Yeah, there it is. Easy to, again, it's the double apex right, and you really need the back end to rotate.
Oof.
That might be a little too much. Ooh, that looks.
Should be okay.
Oh. Yeah, got too much curve on the outside, and the back end just kept coming around.
Meanwhile, Justin Flagg is in the pits.
Must need some repairs. Ian Bakaitis, Jason Wahlberg right behind him. After spinning on lap 1, Jason Wahlberg's moving back up through the field, but he has Travis Rowe hot on his tail as well. This is battled deeper in the GT3 field. Great to see Travis Rowe back with us tonight.
Chris Hopper and Taylor Montague, they just got around there. Still weird seeing Ian not in a BMW.
I agree. Through turn 1, carrying so much speed through there. Travis Rowe looking left, looking right. Into turn 2 we go. Down and around for the parabolica. Flat out, setting up for the hairpin. Using your mirrors. Jason Wahlberg in the slipstream of Ian Bakaitis. Where does Ian Bakaitis position his car? Jason Wahlberg's going to try the inside. The late break, Travis Rowe is going to follow Ian. Looks like Jason Wahlberg has the inside line. Ian leaves space. Is he going to lose a spot to Travis Rowe? Drag race. Headed to turn 7. Travis leaves room. What a move. Ian Bakaitis hanging on to that place. Coming up on GT4 traffic, Jason Wahlberg.
Oh, no.
And Travis loses touch. Lights up the wheels. Coming out of turn 10. Gathers it back up, though. Great car control to not spin around all the way. Just a little half spin. Oh, he'll be kicking himself for that one. But it's all right. Pointed the right direction.
Yeah, still time to come back into that group. They don't look like those two don't look like they're going to separate for a while. They're through the GT4 traffic for a bit at least. Nick Aslin trying to find a way around Cody Height.
Cody Height.
Yeah, trying to inside on the hairpin. Cody has been involved in a lot of action at the hairpin already.
And GT3 traffic coming through as well. Side by side with Nicholas Aslin and Cody. Cody backs off. More GT3 heat. Oh, this is where you'd really lose some time to your competition. Really is single file through there. Into turn 12. Using the banking to help the car turn. Rhythm section. Got to be really careful to pass here. You tell how much faster he is than David Wortman. Now he's got the inside on the final corner. This is where Jesse Coffey lost it. They make it through. So close. Great driving by everybody involved there. Jason Phillips going wide on the curbing, passing James Inge, I believe. Jason Phillips into turn 2. Jason Phillips put in some practice this week. Still not convinced he likes this track yet. Maybe after 60 minutes of running on it, he will. Having a good show, Jason Phillips. In 4th, Justin Thaler, the next on his list. Right up ahead, the Dark Horse Mustang. Jason Phillips has his eye on a prize. The rest of the field comes through behind him. Midwest Motorsports Road Series action. 24 cars on the track, 2 classes. Slicing and dicing. Gotta love it.
Jesse Coffey back to Ian Bakaitis. Not sure how Ian dropped back from Jason Wahlberg.
The Dark Horse Mustang. Jesse Coffey makes it around GT4 for another lap without spinning out this time. Good on you, Jesse. Follows.
I think unfortunately for Justin Flagg, it sounds like he might be having some issues with his sim equipment.
Oh,
Having
that's
the equipment disconnect, so that's the least fun way to spend your evening that you set aside to enjoy a race. So hopefully that, if it doesn't get resolved during this race, you can figure that out quickly, not have to worry about it.
Justin Flagg second in points. This will take a hit. 148 points behind. 148 points in front of Jason Phillips. Jason Phillips set to have a good run here. See how the drop races play out. Still traffic. GT4 action.
So
Cody
far,
Height, Nicholas Aslan.
3 drivers without any incidents.
That is
And Jack Lucas and Christopher Rowe, so still racing clean for those guys. Christopher Rowe, Justin Thaler, Jason Phillips coming into pit, starting to train for GT3.
Jason Wahlberg's made his way up to John Daniels, as well as Cody Height. Looking at David Wortman. David Wortman in the 711 Slurpee machine. Out of the pits comes Christopher Rowe.
Jason Phillips right on the tail of Justin Thaler. Jason Wahlberg, of course, yet to pit, but has been on the move since gathering back up after his spin right off the start of the race.
Ooh, John Daniels misses his braking zone. That's the door open for Jason Wahlberg as he goes through on the short straight down to turn 11 into the sector 3.
Michael Odell in for his stop.
Your leader, Jack Lucas, follows him in.
Oh no, David Wortman around That's unfortunate there.
He's in that 5-way battle for third. Oh,
Just quick. Oh, it's a little touch from Cody Height. Car should be okay. Both cars really should be fine after that, but they'll both have to gather themselves back in and regroup after that. Like the rear end just got a little loose. The GT4 Aston Martin can be a little sketchy sometimes on the rear end.
Racing's edge. Yeah.
But if you're eating all your meals at 7-Eleven, your rear end might get a little loose, so be prepared. I believe everyone has been through the pit now on the GT3. Those going long, only going 1 lap longer, but Michael O'Dell with an 8-second lead over Jack Lucas after the stop, so really putting it down.
3 seconds of that was on the pit stop. Not sure what 3 seconds extra for Jack Lucas made, but it still only puts it at about 5 or 6 seconds. So Michael O'Dell putting some consistent laps together.
Yeah, Michael had the quickest pit time of anybody. 2 to 3 seconds faster on pit lane in total than anybody else in the GT3 field. So curious if he has his macros set better for his fuel fill or what.
If that plays the same for a second stop. John Daniels.
All the stops have shaken out. The movement that you see in the field is real movement. So Jason Wahlberg is up 5 spots from where he started, even with the incident. So it's going to be kicking himself for that spin because it looks like he's got some speed.
Michael O'Dell currently has the fast lap of the race. Glad to see Ron Kabiltis making it back out as he is looking up at David Wortman. This is for position 6th and 7th in the GT4s. Still yet to stop.
Heading through the Spitzkehre, which just means hairpin.
Freshening up on your German tonight. Good job, Adam.
Yeah, I was worried you wouldn't be home in time, so I was looking for anything I could to fill an hour of air. So glad to have you.
Glad to be here.
Let me know if you need anything else. Einfahrt means entrance, so the entrance to the Parabolica, the Einfahrt Parabolica. Place that wasn't very kind to Justin Flagg.
Einfahrt sounds like what happens after I go to the 7-Eleven and get a couple of hot dogs and slurp.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. I'm no Einstein. I'm more of an Einfahrt myself. David Wertman ducking in.
Okay.
Almost looked like he dummied there, but Ron Kabiltis will continue on his way. I think that's the first. No, Cody Height came in on lap 13. Not sure if he had damage potentially from that incident when David spun, that Cody needed repairs potentially. 13's early for the GT4 class, but David Wertman's in at lap 15. Not quite halfway yet. Yeah, it looks like Cody just took a full stop, about 3 seconds longer than David. Assume that's repairs.
Christopher Hopper on his tail. Christopher has not stopped yet. Glad to see Christopher made it to the show tonight.
Yeah, we'll take all the hopper we can get. Couple drivers close to having a conversation with race control about drive-throughs. Got 4 GT4 cars with double digits, only 1 in the GT3 class. So those guys are going to have to watch where they put their wheels. David Wertman's looking pretty confident in the track. Cody Height is first in the GT4 class on the early stops of those who have stopped. Again, because of the damage, he stopped 2 laps earlier than anyone else. Taylor Montague's in. He might have some damage. It looked like he had an incident. Nothing too dangerous looking, but just electing to go and get his pit stop in. Jason Phillips still tracking Justin Thaler. I wonder how long now Zach Alexander and James Zangi can go.
Usually 40 minutes as far as time goes. Maybe another 10 minutes.
Be interesting if they could get 2 or 3 more laps. It's 2.8 miles around here, so not the longest track, but savings in the fuel stop are meaningful. He stays out.
Especially if you have nobody in front of you.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, if you have nobody in front of you, go ahead and get some laps in while you can without traffic.
Yeah, it's a little troublesome for him. I think right now after he stopped, he would come out in the GT4 traffic with like equipment. Unfortunately, now the only car without an incident is the pace car. Sorry to report. We're only 1 incident from seeing our first drive-through. A driver I won't name who didn't get any practice on the track. who might be a member of a broadcast crew.
He's flirting with disaster. Glad he showed up and raced tonight. Good to get some time behind the steering wheel.
Flirting with disaster and probably also Chris Hopper.
Christopher Hopper might take him up on that flirt. Nobody can catch Zach Alexander. What a season he's having. Pulling out 30, 40-second gaps.
He's up for tires. Ron Kabilti's coming in. Rick Bundren as well. So nice job from these guys stretching it out.
Might have a special guest. Go ahead. What's up, James Zingy?
Oh, I was just saying he's leading right now the pit stops for GT4. Depending on how they get out, he will be behind Zach. That overcut for Zach. Now James stuck in traffic. Wow, he's almost 13 and a half seconds behind Zach. It was about 8 seconds for the cycle.
This might give Rick Bundren a chance to gain some time on him. He's only 4 seconds back from James Zingy. I think Zach Alexander's up the road almost 15 seconds now. Might not be caught. Catchable. Back to the GT3s. Christopher Rowe under attack from Justin Thaler. We're joined by Justin Flagg. Justin, it's James and Adam in the booth. You got us?
Yep, I got you guys. How you guys doing?
Man, I hate to end up talking to you this way, Justin, but maybe you can give us some insight on the Hockenheimring and the GT3, especially about what Christopher Rowe and Justin Thaler are going through.
Oh man, I wish I knew a little bit better. I actually bought this track last week before that fun run. So I put it down like 3 laps Sunday and then a few yesterday and today. The car can get away from you super fast here. It's so flat. I was trying to figure out how to, get my brake bias set up where I'm not locking up the fronts going into the corners, and a lot of them seem to be off camber or just like a slight dip. So this is a tough track. It's fun, but it's tough. Definitely a lot of finesse.
Gaining speed through turn 1. Justin Thaler has a run on Christopher Rowe. Side by side down to turn 2. I think turn 1 might be one of the most important corners on the circuit as far as getting a run. Now it's a drag race around the Parabolica into the hairpin. Looks like a lot of fun, Justin. Sorry you're out so early. I don't want to rub salt in the wound. Sometimes your rig equipment gets the best of us, right?
Yeah, it happens. I've been fighting this problem for a few weeks now. Before Suzuka, I actually did a complete reinstall of everything on my computer. Finally, I actually just sent a ticket into SimiCube. It's just my wheelbase that's popping in and out. And I don't know what's going on, so I'll get it worked out. It is what it is.
All right, well, we wish the best for you. Look at Justin Thaler and Christopher Rowe side by side for the whole middle sector. Christopher Rowe still hangs on to it for now. But Justin Thaler takes the position. Hope you're able to join the watch screen that we're calling it off of, Justin.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm watching it.
Great. Side by side through the whole middle sector. That takes a lot of patience and a lot of give and take, but look at Justin Thaler. into the podium now. Oh, really good competition. Have you had some close battles with Christopher and Justin here, Justin?
Yeah, obviously Suzuka. I was trying to get by Justin. That was a fun race. I just didn't have enough at the end. Suzuka with the McLaren, I needed to carry more speed, but he'd block it every time. He was really good at defending that position.
What a comeback you had. Turn 1, lap 1, dropping all the way to the back of the GT3 field and making it all the way back up to third, almost second. Absolutely incredible. A lot of fun for us to watch.
Definitely. I wish I could have done it here, but I was trying to come back, but it just kept getting worse and worse. So I was like, I'm not going to ruin anybody else's race. So I called it.
Yeah, just disappointment. Not fun to try to fight the equipment when you're locked in, especially during the race.
Yeah, I had a ton of red bars when we started, so I was like, oh, I think I'm going to get disconnected, but it didn't. So I was like, okay, maybe it'll be like the Spa 24, it balanced out, but it did not. So just it's good.
Cody Height chasing Rick Bundren here. Ian Bakaitis around the outside.
Ian Bakaitis still flashing.
Hope the fans in the stands can get their lights on their phones, make their way up and down the stairs without lights in the facility here.
Here we go. Hopper
had some trouble, but looked to be more or less okay. Oh, just exploring the Rhineland. No damage to the car, maybe a little damage to the shorts.
Sorry, he's going to auction them off anyway.
Scary sight after an incident to see Steve coming up on you.
Like he's dropped farther back than he was earlier. Hopefully.
Michael Odell in for his stop.
Second stop. That's right. So Steve has made his second stop already. Oh, no, he hasn't.
Michael Odell is the first taker. Justin Thaler taking his lead. Looks like Michael up for tires. Justin. Not appear to be taking tires.
All right. What does that mean for Christopher Rowe? If he knows Justin did not take tires, maybe he'll see he's got a fast stop. That battle will continue after Christopher Rowe makes his stop. Jack Lucas now the leader. Two races left, Justin. We got any plans, including an endurance race? So there's double points there on offer.
I don't believe we have Justin.
Justin, did you check out?
Wasn't getting paid enough.
Yep, that's right.
Appreciate him stopping by.
It was so cool. Really unfortunate. Cody Height back in action. Currently third, Rick Bundren out on his tail. Jack Lucas still waiting to make his second stop. His last lap was his fastest lap, personal best.
Jason Phillips now in. So Jack Lucas, Christopher Rowe, Jason Wahlberg, all still out, yet to take their second stop. Michael Odell appears to be in great shape. And now he has those tires as well. John Daniels chasing Travis Rowe. Neither of these two drivers have taken their second stop. Jack Lucas comes in. Christopher Rowe follows. I imagine Jason Wahlberg might do the same. No, Jason Wahlberg will stay out.
Wow. Couldn't really tell who was prepared tonight. I think Jason Wahlberg wanted so much more. Turn one, lap one spin. What could have been, but great recovery. Very impressive for Jason Wahlberg tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's got Michael Odell and Jack Lucas 4 and 5 seconds behind him.
Who have already stopped.
Right.
John Daniels, 8 seconds behind. Also needs to stop. So Jack Lucas, there's Jason. Cody Height in front of Rick Bundren, allowing a GT3 through. Rick was hoping he would hold him up a little more, but Rick now is in the slipstream. Don't look now. I think David Wortman's right behind. Three-way GT4 battle. Good job of Michael Ayers to go wide and let the GT3s through. Thank you, Michael. See you Sunday.
Currently in the GT4 field, the top 3 drivers, Zach Alexander, James Zangi, and Cody Height, are all in double-digit incident points. So drive-throughs are potentially in the cards. That could be a huge change to the GT4 field. Right now, Rick Bundren and David Wortman are on the good side of double digits, so they would potentially inherit the class lead if anything were to go awry, where those guys had to spend all that time making a drive through pit lane. So you do not want that.
Got to be on your best behavior. That is going to reduce the risk you take, especially in turn one. Can Rick in the Porsche make up some time on Cody Height here? He's got 12 minutes remaining to do it, staying well within the track limits. Hard on the brakes through turns 2 and 3. The closest battle on the track. It's like Rowe came out in front of Thaler. Here's John Daniels and Travis Rowe. Travis Rowe in the BMW, hot on his tail. Will John Daniels come to the pressure?
I thought you meant Rowe. You meant Rowe.
Rowe. The other Rowe.
Right.
Not to be confused with the other Rowe.
Rowe came out in front of Justin Thaler and behind Justin Thaler.
Imagine that. That takes skill. Travis Rowe goes a little wide, gets in the sand trap, slows him down. Rick Bundren has caught up to Cody Height, though. This battle is on and continues under a half a second. Rick Bundren has figured this Porsche came in out. As the season's winding down, Cody Height looking for traction in the Mercedes. Looks like they both took tires in the pits. Almost exactly the same amount of time. And David Wortman is here too. These guys have been battling for 60 minutes. Steve Ansel and the Porsche coming through. See, Bundren loses a little bit of time. Cody Height not going to lose hardly any. Still 1 second over these three cars. Third, fourth, and fifth for the final stop. Final step of the podium. Great shots. Really got to give credit to iRacing, man. What a awesome sim. The views are incredible.
Yeah, our graphics card and processors might not love it, but it helps if the simulator looks like the real world.
Back up front, Christopher Rowe and Justin Thaler. This is the battle for third in the GT3s. Like Justin Thaler closed in a little bit. He's going to have to do it again. He passed him once. Can Justin Thaler do it again? Christopher Rowe saved about a second and a half in the pits. Justin Thaler stopped for 14.3 for Christopher Rowe, which allowed the overcut. Maybe 2 laps of fuel was the difference. Well, 1 lap. 2 laps. Christopher Rowe stretches it out a little bit. Only 8 minutes remaining. Justin Thaler has to crank out some perfect laps. Christopher Rowe looking through the windshield. Hopefully the timing works out in his favor for Ron Kabiltas, who's next on the list. This is what Justin Thaler sees. Oh, Ron, hold your line. Nice job. Justin Thaler looking over the dashboard. The dark horse. Very cool on board. Trying to find that slipstream. He's gaining 1/100th at a time. Hard braking into the hairpin. More GT4 traffic. Christopher Rowe has to be careful not to lose time, not to put too much at risk. Great shot. Need those headlights. Thankfully, they're there. Christopher Rowe.
Blinking from Justin Thaler. Flashing those headlights. Oh, flashed himself off the track. Let that be a lesson.
Yep. Distracted himself.
More
Sorry,
flashing in the
still
background. That's Jason, or that's Jason Phillips coming through as well.
Yeah, don't count him out. Holding a strong P5 right now. Up 2 positions from his qualifying. Glad to see Jason Phillips having a fun time tonight, even at an unfamiliar track.
Top 3 in GT4 still all within a couple incident points of drive-throughs, but haven't been really adding to that total since we called it out. So hopefully they're able to keep their cars clean.
Discipline it takes to get close to the limit without going over. Steve Ansel getting around your GT4 leader.
Yeah, Zach has plenty of time, so he should be able to control his pace and control his car. James has a couple seconds as well on Cody. Cody doesn't have the luxury of slowing down, though. He's got two guys who have been fast all day.
Here comes Wortman into turn 2. Side by side with Rick Bundren. What a race. Oh, these guys are smiling ear to ear.
You love to be battling at Einfahrt.
Yeah, and the GT3 coming through as well.
That's the race leader, Michael Odell.
Wortman on the inside, hard on the brakes. Rick Bundren has to give up the spot. He will fight back. James Zingy going by. Wortman up to P4. Hard fought racing. Under 5 minutes now, under 4 minutes remaining. Jack Lucas, well-deserved second place if he can bring it home.
Yeah, really been putting together consistent weeks.
Taking an off track there to avoid some GT4s. That's Bundren. Oh, Justin Thaler back on the hunt. You might get 2 more laps. This one and 2 more. Christopher Rowe has to be inch perfect in the Acura. Justin Thaler exactly half a second behind. Side by side, Steve Hansel.
This is after Ian Bacaitis had to serve a drive-through.
Oh,
Ian really letting him have it.
and he's still blinking. What's up, Ian? We all see you.
Steve is in the club right now with the strobes,
Right?
listening to Sandstorm. Oh, Justin Thaler goes over to say hi to the marshals.
JT. Good thing we got our replay fixed. In the hairpin. Pointing the wrong way. That's awkward. Dark horsepower.
Jason Wahlberg through. The recovery drive for Jason Wahlberg.
All the way up to P5.
Yeah, up 6 spots. Speaking of recovery drives, here's Ron Kabiltes on his way back.
Every point counts. Can you get a few more on Aaron Mitchell? This is a battle for position.
And this is with Ron got a black flag for speeding in the pits on his stop. So
Oh.
trouble with the car and then trouble with race control Josh Watt.
A race to forget for Ron Kabiltas, but it would be nice to move up one more spot. Aaron Mitchell leaves space for him. Justin Taylor and Jason Wahlberg. Michael Odell, your leader. Flag to flag. Unfortunately, without Justin Flag. Give credit where credit is due. Michael Odell had to fight off Jack Lucas and Justin Flag those first 3 or 4 laps. Hart and
Coffee getting one last drive-through in for the road.
Just for old time's sake. Taking the white flag, Michael Odell.
And I believe Zach Alexander crossed before, so he may have to go an additional lap potentially. Did you catch that? Zach Alexander cross start finish a couple seconds ahead of Michael Odell.
He starts his last lap. Michael Odell passes him on the track, and the race ends with Michael Odell, right? Good for Zach.
You would think so, but I'm not exactly sure on that.
Hey, you know what? We'll find out in one lap. We'll find out together. Traffic jam. David Wortman, side by side. Move David Wortman up to third, side by side with Cody Height. Is it over yet? Wortman on the outside trying to squeeze Cody down low. As Wahlberg. There's Wortman in front. Yes, he is. For third place. Not over yet. It's a race to the finish line. David Wortman going defense. Cody Height trying to cross him over. And Cody Height,
I think he got a black flag right there on that off track.
oh no. The final lap for Cody.
Hill, Jack Lucas, Christopher Rowe.
Great racing.
Zach Alexander.
Gets the checkered flag. Good on him. Oh, gives David Wortman a bump. Coming to the line. He goes side by side. Cody Height's going to get this position according to the timing.
But he has a black flag, so he's going to lose.
Oh, no.
That'll be David Wortman's position ultimately. Might also move Rick Bundren and Troy Nissen up as well.
How was Wortman on incident points? Was he close also?
I believe Wortman and Bundren were fine. They were both under double digits by the end of the race. So
Wow.
Those guys and Ron Kabiltas were the only GT4 drivers under 10. So
Wow.
unfortunate there. Just they were in a great battle. Cody going for it.
To put a message into race control. In an official ruling, here's Christopher Hopper. Welcome back to Midwest Motorsports, Christopher. Hope you had fun in Italy. We're glad you're back to race with us again tonight. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to all the Midwest Motorsports drivers for showing up tonight. So much fun. I'll let you go through the field while I Try to bring up some interviews.
All right. We'll run through your finishing order here. In the GT3 class, Michael Odell able to take home first. Started second. Justin Flagg unable to complete the race with some equipment issues at his sim rig, unfortunately. But Michael Odell was competent and safe all race long. Had some strategy on the pit stops as well. Ultimately, it didn't really matter. He was fast and clean. Jack Lucas in second. A strong race from Jack, was fast and clean as well. Christopher Rowe, same thing. A little bit of strategy from those guys, but 1, 2, and 3, Michael Odell, Jack Lucas, Christopher Rowe. Jason Phillips, consistent all day. He wasn't loving this track, but did all right. 4th place. Jason Wahlberg on a recovery drive for 5th. Spun right on the first turn. Worked his way all the way back up. Gained 6 positions to finish 5th. Justin Thaler started 6th, finished 6th. Met the track marshal spinning at the last minute, losing out on his battle. John Daniels 7th, Travis Rowe 8th, Steve Hansel 9th, Ian Bakaitis 11th, Ian Bakaitis 10th, Jesse Coffey 11th, Justin Flagg 12th, having to retire. In the GT4 division, Zach Alexander did not put it on pole, but finished in first. James Zangi started second, finished second. Cody Height is currently shown in third. Or no, is this correct? Oh yeah, this looks like it's updated now. David Wortman finishing third. Cody Height crossed the line third, but with a drive-through penalty yet to be served, drops back to 6th. So Rick Bundren and Troy Nissen move up. So great results for them. David Wortman and Rick Bundren driving some of the cleaner races of the GT4 field. Troy Nissen 5th, Cody Height 6th after that penalty is assessed. Ron Kabilti 7th, Aaron Mitchell 8th, Michael Harris 9th, Christopher Hopper 10th, and Nick Aslan 11th, and Taylor Montague 12th.
One thing you can be sure of on Tuesday nights is the Midwest Motorsports iRacing League. It will not be boring. Tonight was no different. Zach Alexander in the GT4. You missed the pole position, not by much. Congratulations on pulling out the victory, Zach. Are you looking up ahead? You have the windows rolled down and the radio cranked up. Congratulations, Zach.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Qualifying was great. Unfortunately, I prepared poorly and did not leave enough space. So I was on a flyer to get to pole, but I ran into some traffic, and that's just how it goes sometimes. So James very much deserved that. He put a great lap down during qualifying. And then onto the racetrack, I was able to gain some speed on him pretty quickly, and with a huge pull down the front straight, I was able to pass him onto lap 2, and then clean air there is very helpful. It is not a huge track, and the passing areas for the GT3s was a little sketchy with a lot of high-speed corners and a lot of tighter apexes. So it was a little bit crazier after the pit. I wasn't paying too much attention, and I spun myself on cold tires. I was having a good laugh in race chat. So that was really the one thing I think that I was upset about, other than the fact that I got an off track coming out of the last corner with my fastest lap, my first in the 45. So I was a little disappointed not to see that come to fruition. But otherwise, yeah, it wasn't a track that I was comfortable with most of the time. I just put my first laps down on it yesterday, the day before. So I was actually really pleased that I was able to get it around in one piece. It was a great race overall.
I'd say pretty amazing, Zach. No looking back. Only 2 races left, including an endurance race at Silverstone. So looking forward to seeing you race some more in the GT4 class. You got a pretty healthy lead. So only thing you can do is screw it up, man. Be careful.
No pressure whatsoever.
That's right.
No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm having a great time this season, so I look forward to the last 2 races with everybody, and hope to chat with you guys again soon.
Looking forward to it. Thanks a lot, Zach. That's
See you
Zach,
guys.
your GT4 points leader, as well as tonight's race winner from the Hockenheimring. And the GT3 winner, Michael Odell. And to work for it, the first couple of laps, I'm sure he was sweating. And I can't find the mute button. Maybe Adam can help me out.
We are checking.
There you go. Hey, Michael, it's James and Adam in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, must be the water.
Talk us through the pressure you were under those first couple of laps. That was awesome racing.
Honestly, there wasn't a lot to like. Cause then with qualifying, I was really close with Flag. I expected that to be a good 3-horse race there with me, Flag, and Lucas. With the start, I was able to really get the Corvette to just have the tires fire off early, and then once I established that little bit of gap, I saw he got. I don't know if he got loose or if it was just the car wasn't ready to be pushed yet. And then once he spun, I had Lucas still on me, and at that point, due to some testing I did earlier with tire dig, it was just managing that and then take a fresh set toward the end if I had the gap, and it seemed to work well.
Steering wheel disconnect for Justin Flag. So we've all been there with equipment failure. But yeah, after that, managing your tires, everything looked great, Michael. We have 2 races coming up, including an endurance race. So plans besides a lot of practice?
Besides a lot of practice, it's just going to be lots of strategy work like I did tonight and Suzuka with the tires, with the fueling, and everything I can to make it where I got the two seconds in the championship. If I can make it a top of the step this season, that'd be pretty nice.
Great. Well, we know you're going to give it your all at Nürburgring GP and then Silverstone for the finale. So we'll be watching you. You put that Corvette lap after lap right on the perfect lines and manage the gap. Not much more can be said, Michael. Great beat down in the GT3 series tonight. We'll look for more next week.
Thank you very much, sir. Y'all have a good night.
That's Michael Odell, your race winner. I'm James J. for all the Midwest Motorsports admins that make this league great. Reminding you to stay in your lane.
And I approve of this message.